All right, everybody, welcome to our Zoom call. My name is Lonobo Fololo, your cryptocurrency enthusiast. I am crazy about crypto. I'm crazy about, seeing all of us win in this game. So, those of you who've been in my Zoom call before, there's something that I actually want us to start with. And that is, if I can just share my screen. Right, so I want us to go to the coin market cap. Again, there's a few things I would want you to note. And those things are one, if you look right on top there, where it says cryptocurrencies, there's actually 5,100 cryptocurrencies that are in existence. The value of all those cryptocurrencies combined is worth currently at 296 billion. That's what we call the market cap of the cryptocurrency space. Now, that has to do only with the values of the cryptocurrencies, okay? If we were to look at the cryptocurrency market cap holistically, that number will probably be 3-4 times. What do I mean by that? By that, I mean, if we were to look at companies that are manufacturing, let's say, that are mining the what's used on the chips, companies that are manufacturing the equipment, if we were to look at companies that are mining cryptocurrencies and those that are staking, some other coins are stake coins. So if you were to look at the value of the entire spectrum, we'll probably look at close to $1 trillion, if not more. That's how big the space is. So that tells you that this is not something that is here and that tomorrow might not be here. It is something that is here and is here to stay, because there's a lot of money that is being invested into the space. If you're to look at all the ATMs in the world right now, Bitcoin ATMs, cryptocurrency ATMs, payment systems, there's just a lot that is happening in the crypto space. Okay, so that being said, if you look at the dominance of Bitcoin is 62.4%, meaning of all of this $296 billion, Bitcoin takes 62% of that. So if you look down, you will note that the market cap of Bitcoin is sitting at $184 billion US. So meaning if you were to take up all the Bitcoins that are in circulation and you divide that, that's where you get the value of each coin. The next coin I want you to have a look at is Bitcoin Cash. It's sitting at $7.5 billion US. You will see why I need you to look at that as well. And then the next one is Satoshi Vision, where it's actually sitting on $5.5 billion US. Okay. So now what's got to do with everything, you will see as we go to our presentation. Right, so if I can just open up my slides to help us navigate. Awesome. So now we are talking about Bitcoin Vault. We'll talk about Bitcoin. We'll talk about a little bit about Bitcoin. We'll talk about, but our focus this evening is on Bitcoin Vault. And the reasoning is very simple. I think this is, the second chance that nobody thought we'll actually ever had. I could not have imagined when I got involved 4 years ago that we would have this opportunity that we have right now. This is a very, very serious opportunity, but we'll talk about it as we go. Okay. So now, as you saw, Bitcoin is currently sitting on $184 billion US. It's the first cryptocurrency to ever break the mold. The white paper was released in 2008. Quite a few people actually were interested in the white paper and actually started working on the project. And then in January 2009, I think it was the 9th of January, 6th or the 9th of January, they started mining Bitcoin. So the network of Bitcoin went live with only a few people actually mining Bitcoin, because others, it's either they did not believe or they did not think that actually Bitcoin will get to where it is right now, okay?
Excellent.
So I need to do something. Someone just joined and they are not muted. We need to fix that. If only I can find now who is not muted. Okay, so whoever you are, please mute yourself. Okay, seems like that's not going to happen. So I must find a way of actually muting this person, whoever they are. Okay, I think the person is muted. Awesome. So now let's continue. We successfully muted the person. Let's continue. Right. So now, as I was saying, Bitcoin was the first to actually break the mold, to prove that the system actually works, to prove that Bitcoin works, to prove that the issue of double spending can be minimized or in fact eliminated altogether. So there's a lot of money that is being invested in Bitcoin. So you can see that Bitcoin is the biggest cryptocurrency in the world because everybody is talking about Bitcoin. All the money is going to Bitcoin. Very little money is actually going to other cryptocurrencies, even though there is money that's going to other cryptocurrencies. But Bitcoin right now is basically the dominating cryptocurrency. Now, do I think this is going to change in the near future? It won't be easy for it to change, but it is a possibility. But by virtue of what is called the network effect, it's not going to be easy. Okay, so as much as there has been billionaires created, there's been millionaires created, people have been lifted out of poverty because of Bitcoin. A lot has happened because of Bitcoin, right? But you know, some of you might be aware of something that is called the law of polarity, meaning when there's left, there's going to be right, you know. So when there is good, there's going to be bad sometimes unintended. So now, if you look at Bitcoin, we have what is called unintended, you know, the bad that was not intended, you know, that actually came with Bitcoin. One of the key issues that it's unequally distributed, you know, because of the fact that we all came very late to the party. So the people who started mining Bitcoin back in 2009, when the block reward, meaning meaning the new Bitcoins that are generated, when it was still 50 new Bitcoins every 10 minutes, there was very few guys. So these guys were raking in the Bitcoin. That is why in 2010, when we had the first Bitcoin transaction, we had one guy exchanging 2 pizzas for 10,000 Bitcoins. How much is 10,000 Bitcoin in South Africa right now? It's about 1.5 billion rands. Okay. Can you imagine that? The most expensive pizza known to mankind. 2 pizzas exchanged for 10,000 Bitcoins, right? It's because at the time it had no value, all right? So you have a few people who have a lot of Bitcoins. So as you can see the stats, it's actually 0.06% of the entire wallet that are existing that actually control more than 60% of all the Bitcoins. Why is that a bad thing? It's a bad thing because let's say one of those people, let's say they have 10,000 Bitcoins, right? And this person passes away, and for some reason the family doesn't want to hold on to Bitcoin, maybe they don't believe it or whatever, they just want to get rid of it and get their fiat. Let's say they sell the entire 10,000 Bitcoins. What's going to happen to the price of Bitcoin? It's going to tank, right? You guessed it right. So those are the things that are unintended, you know, with a small community of people controlling, you know, large amounts of Bitcoins. And then also the other issues, theft issues. You might remember the the municipality of Johannesburg recently, their website was hacked, and the hacker demanded a ransom for Bitcoin. He demanded, I think it was 4 Bitcoins or so. The reason why he did not demand 5,000 rands or, you know, he did not demand fiat, demanded Bitcoin, is because he knows that if he gets paid in Bitcoins, there's no way for anyone to get that money back. And chances of them tracing it to that person They are there, but they're very, very limited if they know what they're doing. So there has been issues where exchanges were hacked, people's wallets were hacked. The theft is actually totaling to more than 4 billion over the last 8 years. So that is quite a lot, because even the guys who are hating on Bitcoins are now using that as an excuse to say that this Bitcoin of yours, it's just not so good because of that. You understand? So it is an issue within the cryptocurrency space. Okay. Now, that being said, Bitcoin Vault speaks exactly to that. Okay, we'll talk about the solution that Bitcoin Vault is actually offering. So, what got this started is that MindBest, which is led by the CEO Eyal Abramovich. If you Google this guy, he's an inventor, he's a technologist. He has built a lot of stuff. He has more than 20 years in the industry. Is a guy with a very, very big name. He's a CEO of MindBest. Now, the research and development department actually came across a white paper that was talking about this kind of a solution, and they worked on that white paper. They added one or two things to actually create what is now known as Bitcoin Vault. Okay, so the project is, of course, open source. A lot of programmers can actually contribute on their GitHub channel. But the lead people behind the creation of this coin is actually MindBest. So now you might be asking yourself, who's MindBest? MindBest started in 2007, so 2017. These guys, they run mining facilities for Mining City. They are the ones with the contracts for the Kazakhstani government and so forth. So they negotiate, everything, all the logistics, the supply and everything. They do it for Mining City. And they've just won 2 awards recently as one of the top 10 best mining facilities in the world. So it just got to show that we are actually at the right place and at the right time. We are very proud of our association with MindBest. Now let's get to Bitcoin Vault. Okay, so now Bitcoin Vault is building exactly on top of the advances of what Bitcoin Core has actually done. All right. So for those of you who don't know, what we call Bitcoin is actually called Bitcoin Core, and then you've got Bitcoin Vault. There's many others. Okay, but we're just going to talk about these two. So now it's based on the same algorithm that Bitcoin Core is actually using, which is the SHA-256. It's also open source, meaning anyone can work, anyone can mine. The supply, the same as Bitcoin, is going to be only 21 million Bitcoins. It is a much better store of value. It also uses the same machines to mine that are the ASIC machines. It's decentralized. And the key fundamental thing here is their anti-theft, is the coin anti-theft system. How does that work? This coin has got 3 private keys, unlike Bitcoin, which has got only 1 private key. So in other words, if someone were to hack into my Bitcoin wallet and steal my Bitcoin vaults, I can use my 3rd private key to actually retrieve those coins. So in other words, you cannot really steal my coins because I can get them back. All right. So that's the key thing. And there is no coin right now in the market. Out of all those 5,000 coins I showed you, there is not a single coin that has got what Bitcoin Vault is actually offering. So because of that, I foresee that this is actually going to be a very, very big deal, because not only is it going to be used for that, because of the 3 private keys, if you want ultra fast transactions, you'll use one particular private key. And also to retrieve your coins in the event of theft, you'll have another private key for you to do that. So it's got a lot of flexibility that other projects do not have. Okay, so, and you might have seen that there's been 3 publications where this coin has actually been featured on. One is Yahoo Finance, talking exactly what the solution Bitcoin Vault is actually offering. I was saying earlier today that the reason why Bitcoin has been able to actually grow in value the way it has, it's simply because of the fact that Bitcoin is very good at what it does. It's very good at you know, what it was intended to do. The same thing with Bitcoin Vault can be said. You know, I can see the value of this coin growing in leaps and bounds because of the fact that it is good at what it's actually intended to do. Okay, so this is just the beginning, ladies and gentlemen. There's gonna be a lot and lots of coverage for this coin in the next coming days, months, and years, on all types of media. You know, it's gonna get a lot of coverage. So it, us being involved right now, it's almost as if we got involved with Bitcoin back in 2009. Can you imagine? Well, knowing what you know right now about Bitcoin, if you were to go back in time and you know you were given an opportunity to position yourself, knowing what's going to unfold in the future, how many Bitcoins would you want to have? Lots, right? As many as possible, thousands, you know, 500, 1,000, you know. So it's the same thing now. You have to position yourself well right now. You have to position yourself because you don't want to have history repeat itself. In fact, it won't be history repeating itself because you won't have the exposure. In Bitcoin, you did not have the exposure. You only came late to the party. But now, this will be even much more painful because, I mean, it's painful the fact that I was not there in 2009 when Bitcoin started, you know. This will be even more painful the fact that you knew about it, but you didn't position yourself. So, position yourself, you know. So, and if you go to the website, maybe if we can just speed through the website is called bitcoin.global. Where are we? Okay, I just want us to have a look at this website, bitcoin.global. This is the official site for the project. If you want to follow the project, you want to download the white paper, you want to check the Explorer, maybe you want to check the hash rate, meaning the computing power that the network has. You can see it's sitting on 1.3 exahashes. That's important to note. We're going to talk about it just now. So you can see that, you know, everything you want to learn about this coin, this is the roadmap. Anything, if you want the link to the GitHub channel, the Telegram, everything is here. You know, if you actually want to do that. So let's go back to what we were busy with. So this is the roadmap, you know, showing us exactly what's going to be happening when. You know, there's going to be mobile wallets. There's so much that's going to be happening in the next coming months. So we are blessed with an opportunity to position ourselves right now. Now, this is probably going to be the most expensive, important slide that we're going to talk about. So with Bitcoin started in 2009. There was 50 new Bitcoins every 10 minutes. Then 3.5 years later, what we now know as halving, you know, the supply of Bitcoin was reduced in half from 50 to 25. 25 ran up until July 2016, and then it was cut in half again to now 12.5 new Bitcoins. And this year in May, there is going to be halving again. So meaning instead of 12.5 new Bitcoins per 10 minutes generated, there's going to be half of that. There's going to be 6.25. So in circulation right now, already there's over 18 million Bitcoins. How many Bitcoins in total circulation? 18 million. But how many will ever exist? Only 21 million. So meaning in the next 100 years or so, there's going to be 3 million Bitcoins generated. So meaning the supply right now has actually slowed down. You know, there's few Bitcoins coming into the market. So chances of me and you accumulating 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 Bitcoins at the current price, with the current number of Bitcoin coming into circulation, are slim to none. But we can't say the same about Bitcoin Vault. Why? Now, Bitcoin Vault started in 2000, in last year, 16th of December, when we started mining the coin. Now, here is the story. Now, Bitcoin Vault is catching up to the supply of Bitcoins. So meaning there's 18 million Bitcoins in circulation. There is probably, let's say 1,000 or less than whatever, less than 10,000 Bitcoin vaults in circulation, I'm estimating. So now, Bitcoin vault has got 4.5 years to catch up to the supply of Bitcoin. And then from there on, it's actually going to flow concurrently. Okay. Why is that important? That's important because now miners for the next 4.5 years are getting a lot of Bitcoin vaults compared to Bitcoin. If you were to look here right now, the block reward is sitting at 175 Bitcoin vaults for the next 7 months. Then it's going to drop to 150 Bitcoin vaults. And then it's going to drop 6 months later to 125, then 100, 75, 125, up until it catches in 2023, it catches with Bitcoin and then will flow concurrently. Why is that important? If you only get involved 4 years from now, you'll be in the same position you are in Bitcoin today, meaning you will not be able to accumulate a lot of Bitcoin vaults 4 years from now. Whereas right now, you can accumulate a lot of Bitcoin vaults because of the fact that there's a lot of Bitcoin vaults coming into circulation via mining. I hope everybody got that. If you've got a question, please note it in the comment section, and then we'll actually deal with it. Right. So now, Satoshi Nakamoto said, the price of any commodity tends to gravitate towards the production cost. Now, this is extremely important. I was reading a headline today saying that after halving, chances are the cost of mining 1 Bitcoin will probably be around $12,000. Now, what does that mean? It means the price of Bitcoin will have to be more than that $12,000. Why? Because the minute the price of Bitcoin is actually less than the production cost, what's going to happen? Miners are going to start switching off their machines and have maybe a few machines to mine because nobody's going to mine at a negative for a very long time. They might do it for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, but definitely not more than a year, all right? So that is why you will find that the more, because of the economy behind what is called proof of work, we're talking electricity, we're talking computers, we're talking the internet, we're talking the manpower, you understand? There is a whole economy behind proof of work. That is why proof of work coins will forever have more value than proof of stake coins. I hope you guys get that. So now you can see with Bitcoin, you can see this is a bit old. It could have changed right now. I think it has changed. But if you look here, Bitcoin is sitting at 95 exahashes. That's why the market cap is sitting, according to this one, at 132 when this was done. Okay, 95 exahashes, 132 a billion US dollars in value. So you can see the higher the hash rate, the higher the market cap. The lower the hash rate, the lower the market cap. So now, when it comes to Bitcoin Vault, I showed you, is sitting on 1.3. Bitcoin SV is more than this right now. I checked the other day, I think it's sitting at around 2 point something right now. So if you look at that, and you look at the value of Bitcoin Vault, Bitcoin Satoshi Vision, you can see that it's actually sitting above 300 US dollars. What does that mean? Bitcoin Vault is almost where Bitcoin Satoshi Vision is, but it's sitting around $20. What does that tell you and me? The project is undervalued in my view at the moment. There's a simple reasoning for that. One, it's only on one exchange so far, and a lot of people don't know about it yet, just like they did not know about Bitcoin in 2009. Guess what's going to happen as soon as they discover? They're going to start getting involved. They're going to start buying. They're going to start mining. They're going to start doing all sorts of things. The value then will keep on rising. So meaning the opportunity we have right now, probably the opportunity we have in this month is not the same as what it's going to be a month from now. Okay, that's very important for us to actually get our head around. So meaning the more as mining city, we buy equipment and mine this coin and increase the hash rate, is the more the value of this coin over time will then have to catch up, so that the coin is mined profitably. Hope everybody gets that. So now, how can you get involved? Now, there is 4 different packages that one can actually choose. Of course, which one is the best option? Somebody asked me. Obviously, the best option is going to be Bitcoin, the gold plan. Why? If you are earning 1%, 1% of 1,000 rand versus 1% of 1 million rand, that's completely different. All right. So it's the same thing here. This is going to be your best option. When we started mining Bitcoin Vault, the waiting period was actually 90 days. Right now, we have a special where it's only 10 days. So meaning 10 days from now, if you buy a plan, you're going to start earning. Your contract days is 1,100 days. And already right now, we're sitting at more than 60% of what we have invested. Those who have been mining for 2 months right now, we're sitting at more than 60% of what we have earned, on what we have invested. And you can imagine, we are only on 60 day, just I think 60 something days right now. And the project is going to run for another, we are going to get paid for another 1,040 days. We've already made more than 60%. I think we're gonna make our money here many times over with this project. And then of course the next one is the silver option, the bronze option, and the standard option. As you can see, you can buy using Bitcoins. You can also buy your mining plan using Bitcoin Vault. Now, what's going to happen in the future, even those of us who are doing the business will start getting paid in Bitcoin Vault and also in Bitcoins. Now, that's going to add a lot of demand again on top of the existing demand for the coin, as now Mining City will then have to get Bitcoin Vaults, in order to actually pay us in Bitcoin Vault. Okay. So that's the investment. The investment is excellent, of course. We are earning quite a lot. We're happy. But for those of you who are like me, who like money, there is a second way where you can get paid. Right. The second way we can get paid, see, the reason why I like this is because I don't have to look at my mining earnings. I don't have to touch it. I don't have to live off it. I don't have to exchange it to pay for my children's school fees or any of the sorts. It can just do its own thing, as a medium to long-term investment. On the other side, I've got this opportunity here. It's like it's like having a franchise that you don't have to pay for. Because I don't pay for the business. We don't pay for the business. We invested. So whether we do the business or not, we're still getting paid from our investment. So now we've got a business that then pays you extra over and above. That is an excellent, offering for me. So now the other thing I want to mention about this particular business is the fact that yes, one does not cost you anything. If you look at Coca-Cola, SA breweries, all these businesses, they've got one thing in common, and that is they spend billions of rands or dollars in order for them to get new clientele and to keep the existing clientele. What some people call recruiting. Does SA breweries recruit? Of course. Does Coca-Cola recruit? Of course. Does McDonald's recruit? Of course. That is why they have those toys. They know that your kids are going to nag you for you to go to McDonald's so that they can get those toys. Okay? They are very smart about this. So Mining City says, look, we don't have to spend all these millions giving it away to advertising agencies, radio stations, print media, and so forth. What we will do, because of the fact that we are so sure of our product, you, the investor, you are happy with what you are seeing, you are definitely, it's human nature. You will tell your brother, your sister, your cousin, your neighbor, and so forth. And should they want to get involved, because a lot of people are going to come in because of FOMO, fear of missing out, nothing wrong with that. When they come in, they can only come in through an existing member. In other words, This is a members only club. All right. So meaning anyone who wants to join, they're going to have to join through a member. Now that member who happens, where these guys happen to join through them, they get paid commission. So my friends and I, we simply saw this as an excellent business opportunity because everybody's going to get involved in Bitcoin. Everybody's going to want to invest in Bitcoin. Everybody's going to, if Bitcoin over the last 10 years has been the best performing investment, what do you think people are going to do when they find that out? They're going to want to get involved. And how are they going to get involved? They're going to get involved through the person who actually went out of their way, educated them, created awareness about this Bitcoin, about this opportunity. So when they get in, they're going to get through that person. That person is going to get paid. It's as simple as that. So I'm not going to go into detail regarding this. Now, this particular bonus pays us between $200 and $2,400 US. So every person that you refer or they are referred by, when you join, you start your own binary tree. That's going to be on top. You'll have your left team, you'll have your right team. But what you are not seeing here is that when you join, there's already people that have joined before you. So you are actually joining an existing tree, but then building your own tree within a tree. So in other words, if someone above you places someone, even before you do anything, if they place someone here who buys a gold plan, you're going to get 7 credits, right? And if you then place your own person on the right, who also buys a gold plan, you get another 7 credits, which then means that you are going to get your first cycle bonus, because for you to get your cycle bonus, you need 5 left and 5 right. Then you get $200 in Bitcoins, right? And there is no depth in terms of how deep your business can grow. And every person that joins in, even if it's this guy or, people up, below him, every person that joins, those credits are then given to every single person in that line all the way to the top. So that's the first way we get paid. This is basically my favorite bonus. The second one linked to that is that, the people that you have introduced, if this guy here that you introduced suddenly builds his own binary tree, he then starts his own cycle, and he gets his own, let's say his first $200, what's going to happen to you? The way I explain this is, it's almost as if the system is assuming that there's something you did, therefore you'll get a cycle bonus of, you get a matchup bonus of $10. So meaning, what's your whole objective? Get as many people as possible to make money. That's your whole objective. So meaning, so if you've got 100 people that are making $200 in your team every single day, then you're getting $10 multiplied by 100 people. Imagine if they do this thing every single day for the rest of the month, then that's multiplied by 30. That's a lot of money, folks. Then the compensation plan number 3, is your team A, which is now person 1 to 5, you get 5% referral commission. Your team B is person number 6 to infinity, you now get 10% referral commission. And and then you've got your team A or B. So meaning, your guys in your team B, when they start their first 5, they also get 5%. The other 5% roll over to you as the upline. Now, I have a video on my YouTube channel that explains this into detail, all right? So you can have a look at that, Mining City Compensation Plan. So we also have our flagship 90-day game plan. This is always exciting for me because I know what it can do. I've seen the results over the last 3 years. It's an excellent way of growing your business. So here, what's important to understand, you need to have a certain type of a mindset. You need to have, certain type of an attitude for you to be able to do this. Again, there is a video explaining how this thing works on my YouTube channel. If you check our 90-day game plan, but basically here is, we are working towards this goal. This is the goal. This is the number of people that you want to see in our business. Should we see this as it is? Okay. Of course, life is not perfect. It's not going to work out as this, but should it actually happen like this, what's going to happen? You would have made over 400 cycles. That's going to be 1.2 million rands, right? That's quite exciting. If you need more clarity on this, talk to the person that invited you here. or you can also talk to me as well, and we can explain to you how this actually works. And then at the end of each 90-day, we have a mega celebration that we call our gala dinner. Now, our gala dinner this year is going to be in Port Elizabeth, and it's a beautiful venue. It's excellent. It's a 5-star establishment. There's going to be top class entertainment. We're going to have, speakers there. It's going to be amazing, amazing, amazing. And you definitely want to secure your ticket right now. There's a lot of new people coming into our business, coming into Team Foxcoin, who are taking these tickets like nobody's business. So you don't want to miss out on that. So if you want to know how you can get your ticket, talk to me or talk to the person that invited you here. So if you ever want to see what exactly we get up to in our gala dinners, just check out this video. It's only 2 minutes long, and we are almost done. Just have a look at what we do. I'm not sure if the sound is working. If I can't hear it, definitely you can hear it as well. All right, so we'll simply share this on our WhatsApp groups. You can have a look and see exactly what we get up to. You definitely don't want to miss it. All right, so one of the speakers we are actually going to have in this event is Mr. Bitcoin, who is now the current commissioner of the Fourth Industrial Revolution with President Cyril Ramaphosa. So you don't want to miss that out. So guys, I have personally declared this for me, and I hope all of you have. I have declared 2020 as the year of the vault. This is the year for me where I'm going all out to making sure that I acquire as much Bitcoin vault as possible. We have seen what has happened with Bitcoin, and the funny thing is that now it's not going to be like Bitcoin. It's not going to take long. I mean, right now we're talking about, about 2% of the world population that actually knows exactly about Bitcoin right now. That number is growing every single day. The minute these people get a hold of this information, they understand what this thing is all about, they're going to come in like nobody's business. You definitely want to be positioned for that, guys. So for me, 2020 is the year of the vault. I hope it is the same for you. And let's revert to our chat section. I hope that if you guys have got any questions so that we can attend to them. Any questions, guys? Okay. Any question? I'm not sure if I should unmute. Let's unmute and see if we're not going to have a stampede. No one has raised their hand.
No, nothing leadership. Everything is fine. Perfectly understood.
Okay, I see there's one question. I love questions. Do we have any formal invitation for the gala? No, there is no formal invitation except for the ticket. Everyone is invited. If you want someone to invite specifically and you need a letter for that person or whatever the case is, you can then talk to me privately. We can see what we can do. Otherwise, everybody is invited. So, any more questions? All right, so thank you, Mr. Dwangu. So if there's no more questions, guys, please do me a favor. Unmute your, okay, there is a question from Rashad. How many BTC are there in total? All right, very good question. There will only be 21 million Bitcoin vaults, just like Bitcoin. There will only be 21 million. How many people on the planet? 8 billion. How many people in Mining City? More than 250,000. Mining City is in more than 22 countries right now, with more than 250,000 people. So it's one of those things where we're gonna have to move, and we're gonna have to move fast. Right, so if there's no more question, guys, please open up your videos. I need my thumbs up. Let's show the world that we are happy, we're making money. Awesome. Where is everybody? Show me your thumbs up, open up your videos. Unless you're in the bathroom, then open up your video. If you are not, even if you are cooking, it's okay. Right. Three more. Okay, there's one more. Two more. Do you have another one to open a video? Or there is a hand raised by Emily. Okay, let's maybe take this screenshot before we attend to Emily. Do you have another one who wants to open their video? Do you have another one? Going once, going twice. Hey, I should change my career. I should be an auctioneer, eh? Awesome. Okay, so let's attend to Emily. You had a question?
Evening leadership.
Yes.
I'm just saying, I just want to say that the presentation is good. I'm listening, and also my people that I invited, they're listening. But it's awesome.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that. Guys, you want to hit the ground running. You don't want to waste time. Let's get involved. Any question you have, talk to me on the side. Talk to your upline, and don't forget to book your gala ticket, Talk to me. You don't have the full amount right now, talk to me. You have the full amount, talk to me. It's very simple. This is network marketing. It's network marketing. The only way you're going to grow your team is if you have a target. How many people from your team do you want to be on that gala dinner? One thing I can promise you, if you look at all the top leaders in network marketing, there's one thing they master. They get a lot of butts into seats in events like the gala. Where are leaders born in this business? In our gala dinner. Where are leaders born in network marketing? On major events. So you want to get as many people as possible from your team to attend the gala dinner. Otherwise, if there's no more question, sharp. Let's make 2020 a year of the vault, and let's become whales. Cheers, guys. Love you all.